Hello, hello, successful souls. Happy Monday, everybody. I am pumped. I'm excited. We've been counting down the days and it's finally here. We are now here live in the complimentary class, the Embodying the Multi Six Figure CEO. And again, today is really all about addressing the mistakes that you may be making in your business, keeping you from securing the next level of your success. So I always say it, and I mean it from the bottom of my heart, this is for you, by you. In fact, everything in life is for you, by you. So please make sure that you are engaging, that you are here showing up. I'm going live for the first time on my laptop, and I'm really enjoying this, but I want to make sure I see the comments. So as you're coming in, there they are. Hi, Nicole. Nice to see you. Ladies, I can see you. I'm here for you. This is interactive. Please make sure that you are putting your comments. You're saying hello to your fellow successful soul sisters. I'm here to support you. So I know a lot of you. I know a lot of you. I'm really, really happy that you're here today because today is going to be really different than anything that you've experienced with me before. I mean it from the bottom of my heart. I really, really mean it. It's not what you do that ever matters. It matters, but not as much as who you are when you do it. Thus far, for the last year, we've been doing complimentary workshops, masterclasses, and even in our paid programs, we've been talking all about embodying work, embodiment, really making sure that the highest version of you is acting up, showing up, being here, being present here in the physical. We've done the mindset work. We've done the energy work. We've done the spiritual work. All of this is key. All of this is important. But we all know that aligned thoughts plus aligned feelings are key to success. But you also have to be taking aligned action in order to get aligned results. Today, we're going to be talking about the actions. Not only, how to be a leader in your company and of your life, but really the ultimate goal here is to have you understand how to make a greater impact. When you make a greater impact, you are serving more people. And when you give, my goodness, you are certainly allowed to receive. So today it's about creating a greater impact, making more money. I love that part. But also creating freedom in your life. Creating freedom in your life. That's so important to me. And honestly, I feel that that is my purpose here on this planet. It's to help women to be able to reach those new heights, to embody their inner feminine beast, and to make sure that they are living out their desires. Everybody always asks me, Cynthia, what is the purpose of life? It's a very simple answer. It's to fulfill your desires. We all have different desires. We are all unique. And your desires are that burning that guide you. And it's always scary following that, right? That's why it's important to have the courage to say yes to yourself and to move forward, knowing that you're supported in every single way, mentally, spiritually, financially, energetically, entirely. But it's important to understand that that is what you're here to do. Yes, being her is super important, but having the right strategy, the right structure, and having support is key for you to implement those things. That's why we're here today. So I'm seeing a lot of familiar faces. If this is your first time that you ever hung out with me, definitely let me know. I see a lot of my successful souls here. Katie, I love you. Nice to see you. Cheers to your success, mama. Hey, Raina. Hello, hello. Hi, Denise Searly. Hello, beautiful. Sylvia made it. Hi, Mandolin. Hi, everybody. Kristen, Robin. Nice to see you, mama. Okay, so the thing is, if you have not met me before, definitely let me know. I want to give you a shout out and say hi. Thank you for being here. But a real quick rundown on who I am, okay? Hey, everybody. So I am Cynthia Stant. I'm the CEO of my company, Cynthia Stant. I'm the host of my podcast, Spiritual Success, and I'm the founder of the Spiritual Success Experience, where I work with very successful women to help them up level in all areas of success. Now, success is not just business and finance. I love that part, okay? But success really is also whatever your goals are. Sometimes our goals are in fitness, health, and wellness. Sometimes they're in our relationships. Sometimes they're in, having experiences. I help women to do that, and I love that. But I notice a lot of times when women come to me and I look at their vision boards and I hold them accountable to hit these goals, that a lot of it is only going to happen if we have the income to support it, which means I have another calling, a clearer path on how to help women in a bigger way. So I have been in sales my entire life. I've been in business since, really starting my career. And I used to be the state portfolio manager for the second largest supplier in the world. At the time, I took 13 interviews to get to this position, and I was one of 4 women. Okay. It was pretty BA being there, and I got knocked down a ton, but I learned everything about forecasting and budgeting and managing a large sales team of 24 people, several of which had children my age. And under my management, we became #1 in the nation. In the smallest state of Delaware, we crushed it. It's because I am committed to my goals. I'm committed to supporting a team. I'm committed to having everybody rise together and achieve their ultimate success. This is my passion. So after leaving that company, I then became a salesperson, worked my way up very quickly and became the senior sales manager for one of the most successful online business consultants. I was her very first salesperson, and in my very first month, we did over $650,000 in sales. And then within my first 3 months, we hit over 3 million, and we took our company from low 7 to 20 million under my management, hiring her teams, working on the budget, forecasting, coming up and presenting at all the conversion events. And really, it was a beautiful experience. Now, I did become fired from that position. Who knows? But that's okay because everything happens for me, by me. I'm very grateful for the time that I had there, working with 7, 8 figure entrepreneurs and people from all diverse different businesses, teaching them how to pivot and make sales online. But then it helped me to really start my own company. And my own company, I do it much different. I realized, as a woman who went to the College of Metaphysical Studies and somebody who has really worked with so many different spiritual groups and mentors, that the energy of business is a spiritual matter. It's important to understand that there's so much that you cannot see. And if you're going to be successful in business, you can't just go and do. Yes, you need to have the plans. Yes, you need to have the systems, but you need to be a person who knows who she is and show up doing God's work, serving as many people, because that is how you're going to make a true difference. That's how you're going to enjoy what you love doing. That's how you're going to have so much freedom. So thank you for everybody who reached out. I can't believe it. As we're filming this here live, this weekend we celebrated the 1 year anniversary of me getting fired and starting our company. Katie's actually here, celebrating Katie as our first member of the Spiritual Success Experience 1 year ago. So looking back on 1 year, I can't believe that we can say it, but we looked at the numbers. We had over 34 beautiful, successful soul women come into our 12-month container, the Spiritual Success Experience. We've had over 72 women come into our paid masterclasses that we just started 3 months ago. We've worked with 4 multi-7-figure executive sale clients, and then also we have 7 VIP women as well. So I promise you, we're just getting started, but it blows my mind to know that when you have a mission, when you have a desire, and when you have a passion, and you're really have this intention of serving, you can do so much. As a fun little reminder, we did hit 6 figures in 4 months in my company, multi 6 figures in 6. And I don't work Fridays, y'all, unless I choose to. Sometimes I'll do a podcast interview or, have a VIP day. Now, the other thing is I take off every single month for at least a 4-day vacation, usually a week. I choose to do this, and I'm able to do this in the first month of my business. Why? Here's the thing. I'm a really good student. I watch, I listen, I observe, and I take action. And what I love about working with mentors and having several coaches and being a mentor and coach for so many different people and all these different businesses as well, is that you watch what works, because success leaves clues. Am I right? But also, you pay attention to the mistakes. Sometimes other people's mistakes are gold. And I love learning from other people's mistakes. And that's why, too, I'm a really good mentor. Because I've done a lot of things right, but I've done all the things wrong as well to show you. That's why you go quicker, you go faster, you learn bigger and better, and you can hyperspeed. You collapse time. Again, why? To make a greater impact, to make more money, and to have more freedom. So today, what I really wanted to focus on, I feel like a lot of times when you're watching these business classes and things like that, you see a lot of the secrets of my special secrets. These aren't secrets. Well, of course, I'm going to put some of my secret sauce in there, my little things that I do. But I really wanted to go over the big mistakes that I've seen working with thousands. Yes, I'm not exaggerating, thousands of entrepreneur and executive women. I've seen the mistakes that they miss and opportunities where they can pivot and take immediate action to get immediate results. That's what we're doing today. And here's the thing, if you know anything about me, I don't like to hold back. Get ready, y'all. This is probably gonna be one of our longer presentations. I was just going through some notes over the weekend and I decide why not? If we're here, let's be focused. Let's really commit to each other. And I'm gonna give you some of my best stuff. I believe in that. I feel like you should always give fully. I don't believe in dabbling, trying, figuring out. That is not my jam. That's not what we do here. So if you are ready, let me know with the hashtag Inner Feminine Beast. If you don't know what Inner Feminine Beast is, don't worry, you'll find out in just a little bit. But let me know with the hashtag Inner Feminine Beast. And now is your time to get out your worksheets. I don't know why, but you always got to do a little dance when you get out the worksheets because it's like that fun thing to do. I feel like Vanna White. Oh. All right. If you don't have your worksheets, do not panic. It's okay. Take some notes now. Be present with me. We will go back. We're going to have visual recaps for all of these worksheets. So if you miss an answer, don't be that girl. You're okay. Don't be like, what's the answer? What's the answer? Just be present, take in the information. The answers will be posted for you. And this replay will be available for this week, okay? So if you're not able to catch it all, or if you're catching a replay, let us know with the hashtag replay, because that way we can answer it for you. We're gonna go back and keep going through the feed. So comment as if you're watching live so that we can come back and support you if you have questions. Definitely ask your questions. And just a reminder, tomorrow we are hosting a Zoom session at 12 p.m. I love Zoom because I love working face-to-face, virtually that is. I can support you, answer your questions. Thanks for being here, and really make the most out of this experience. So that's gonna be happening tomorrow at noon Eastern Standard Time. That link will be posted in this group. And if you need anything, worksheets, questions, links, or even the Zoom invitation, reach out to Karina, Cynthia team. You can see her here. She'll be commenting. She's here to support you. If you're not a member yet of the Spiritual Success Sorority Facebook group, make sure you're joining that group as well. Karina will be here to post that link for you. That's the group that we keep up all year long with over 4,000 women in it, 4,200 women. A lot can happen in a year. So make sure you join us in that group because that's up all year. This group is just for this particular masterclass, okay? So we have out our worksheets. I'm taking water. Woo! Because we about to get hot and heavy. Here we go, y'all. All right. Let's talk about the mistakes that I see happen most. Who's all here, by the way? Let me say hi one more time. Kenya, nice to see you. Hi, Laura Lee. Hello, hello, everybody. Kelsey, you made it gorgeous. Hi, Harminder, my successful soul. Nice to see y'all. Ashley, yay. I love this. I love that I know everybody here. You guys are focused, ready to rock and roll. Okay. Mistake number one that I have witnessed throughout my experience of working with so many different entrepreneurs. Stop working in your business day to day and start working in your business month to month. Start working on your business month to month. Think big. Allow yourself, give yourself permission to think big. You want to be proactive and not reactive. This allows freedom. Freedom to be present, freedom to channel, freedom to flow and enjoy and actually be connecting with your clients. When you're so in your head and you're so worried about what's the next thing, where are we at, what are we doing, how am I gonna get the sale, how am I gonna get this, you're gonna screw up and you're gonna panic, you're gonna burn out, and people can feel that. And it doesn't feel good. They can feel your stress. And here's the thing, not everybody's doing the inner work that you are, okay? But I always say you are truly a spirit having human experience. You are 5% conscious, 95% subconscious, which to me means 5% human, 95% spirit. People need to realize subconsciously they can feel you. They feel your energy because you're an energetic body before you're a physical body. So your number one goal is to maintain your energy. Keep that high vibe, the vibe of your inner feminine beast, because truly I believe nothing is created, nothing is destroyed. Okay, do you see how all this metaphysical stuff, it's not woo-woo, y'all, it is physics, but it applies and helps into business. Because I truly believe that none of your clients are created. I feel like you just need to align with them. And your job is to be a beacon of light. It's to serve and do your work that you came here to do. And by being so, it's like you're a lighthouse. And you're just shooting out your light, calling in the ships. When you dabble, when you try, when you burn out, when you stress, you worry, you dim that light. The ships don't go anywhere. They just don't know how to find you. So it's important to make sure that we are thinking big. It's time to see the bigger picture through the eyes of your inner feminine beast. As the CEO, I always say, whether or not you're the CEO of a business, you are the CEO of your life. And it's always about being multiple steps ahead in the structure and the strategy of your business while looking down on a maze and not being stuck in it. When you're stuck in the maze, boing, boing, crap, where the hell do I go? I'm tired. I don't know what to do. I'm freaking out. I'm panicking. When you're really the highest version of yourself, there is no problem that is bigger than you. You're always your highest and you're looking down and you can see the full picture. You can see the end result. That's key, the end result. Those of you who follow me know I can't say it enough. I read it every single day. Neville Goddard has really inspired me so much. I teach a lot in my programs about the law of assumption, thinking of the highest version of yourself being the end result. So let's talk about what the highest version of yourself is real quick. Again, yes, I know you want to get into all the systems and the strategies. Like, I got you. Like, I'm a girl who likes to go fast too, okay? But I can't stress it enough. Whenever you come and work with me, the very first thing I do is help you to identify your inner feminine beast. Because it doesn't matter what decisions you end up making, what systems you end up choosing, what coaches or mentors you end up working with, what worksheets you have or what courses you take. It doesn't matter if you're not doing it from the version of you that has the courage, the clarity, the strength, and the power to get shit done, but also to truly see it through. That, ladies, is your inner feminine beast. Now, I got far working, hustling, working, pushing, doing, going, but then you end up hating your life. You hate what you're doing. And when you're in that unalignment, you're not going to serve people. You have to love what you're doing. And you have to talk like your inner feminine beast. You have to invest like your inner feminine beast. You have to lead and create and really show up as her every single day. Now, when I say inner feminine beast, again, I'm going to be sprinkling little things in here that I want you to take note on. Maybe not necessarily everything we're talking about, but little, pay attention, stars, okay? When I say inner feminine beast, this isn't just something cute. It's not just something fun to say, although I feel like it is really fun to say, especially when we do the emojis, right? Let me see the emojis, the lipstick, arm, feminine beast. The thing is, though, inner feminine beast is my personal brand. It is the embodiment of my soul. When I say brand, what does that mean to you? A brand is a promised experience, okay? It's a promised experience. Okay, I love Disney. A lot of you know I love Disney. I live about 2 hours from Orlando, so I just went to go and sign up. I want my freaking Disney passes. Can't wait till the world is normal again because they're not available. But y'all, I am ready to invest thousands of dollars for Disney annual passes, and it won't be my first time. Why am I willing to do that? To go see a mouse. Why? Because you know why? Because I'm gonna have a magical day. Am I right? Have a magical day. I am gonna have a magical day. I guarantee when I go there, there's gonna be some of the most amazing customer service. There's gonna be such amazing, mind-blowing shows. My kids are gonna be happy and we're gonna look adorable in our little ears. We're gonna eat turkey legs. Okay, I don't do that, but my husband, my kids, that's gross. Anyway, it's gonna be awesome. It's gonna be magical. It's never mediocre. Have a mediocre day. Like, that doesn't happen. Right? Like, it doesn't happen. It's always a magical day because I know when I invest thousands of dollars to go and spend more thousands of dollars, that I will, because their brand is magical. That is the embodiment of their brand, and it's a promised experience. So when I say inner feminine beast and you give me a hashtag inner feminine beast, this isn't just like, yay, cool, like we're awesome. Like it's saying I am her. Today I'm showing up as her. Today I'm thinking bigger and I'm choosing and I'm deciding to be the best version of myself. And it may be scary, but that's okay. Because as a woman who understands metaphysics, who understands universe, who understands that I truly am a soul and I came here not because I have to, because I get to, because I choose to, I will comment hashtag inner fun and beast. Like, I will do that because that's how I'm showing up. So every time you see me here live, whenever we have these master classes, this is her, y'all. This is her. This is me and my inner feminine beast. So little, token there when you're coming up with your own branding. Is it the embodiment of your soul? What are people remembering? Are you having fun with it? But are you being consistent with it? And are you being a promised experience? You can't dabble. You can't try. You can't figure out. Someday be there and say you're going to show up every Monday, but not. Consistency and repetition truly is the key to success. Okay, so let's go back to thinking about how do we think big. We're going to talk about the subject a lot today, but I want to start with the finances. Let's be real, okay? In order to have a successful company, you need to be having income. And not just little income. This is not what we want to have as a job. We want to be running a company. Okay, so we need to make sure that this is important. First of all, when we look at sales, I'm a woman who's obsessed with sales. Why? Because I truly feel when I am selling that I am the start of people's success, that I'm doing God's work, that I'm living my purpose, creating a ripple effect and leaving a legacy. That's what it means to me. So the first thing to think about is when you think of sales in your business, and trust me, I have worked with several 7-figure entrepreneurs underneath, my relationships with them as their personal coach and mentor. And there's still some resistance in having sales conversations and creating content that is about selling and conversion. So maybe not for everybody, but please consider when I say sales, what do you think? It cannot be spammy, scammy, sleazy. Why the hell is it always S words? That's the first thing that comes to people. So instead of those S words, I always say it's sexy. Damn right it is. It's spiritual. Hell yeah. It's serving and it's providing solutions for other success. I feel that from the bottom of my heart, and therefore there is no resistance, and I am open to receiving. It doesn't matter what I do if I have any of those blockages, okay? But the other thing is, when we go into sales, we can't just only be thinking sales in our business. How do you avoid that? It's important to have it planned out, to have clarity. The universe loves clarity. It loves speed. The only way that you can have speed and get quick results is if you have clarity, which means you have to be organized. And if you're not organized, this is the first thing you have to fix. But Cynthia, that's hard. But of course, you come to me, you say, I want to be successful. And I say, wonderful, let's do it. And you say, I'm willing, I'm ready. Because we all know your biggest superpowers is to be willing and vulnerable. I'm willing, I'm vulnerable. Okay, this is what you got to do. Well, what is it? You got to get organized. Oh, I don't want to do that. Well, you just said you'll do anything to become successful. Yeah, but I just don't want to do that. Like, okay, we got to change that. What is the thing that you have not done that you know you need to do, and why you're not doing it? We often hide behind the things that we're comfortable with, and we don't do the things that we feel nervous about. But guess what, y'all? Every single time, that thing that makes you nervous is always the thing that you need to commit to, have discipline in. Discipline. We don't like that word sometimes, right? Discipline sounds hard. It sounds like punishment. No, discipline is freedom. And everything that is new is difficult. But you don't become confident and then do the thing. You have to do the thing to become confident. So when I was responsible for millions and millions of dollars and hundreds of products and responsible for closing thousands of entrepreneurs into these bigger systems, it wasn't like, hey, Cynthia, you're the manager responsible for the entire team and all the sales of the company, for the entire state, actually. I need you to hit a $5 million goal this month for this product. I wouldn't be like, okay, that sounds fun. All right, everybody, let's try our best. You can do it. Yay, go. It wouldn't be like that. And it's not like that in my business. What is it like? Well, I really see the full picture. If I know my goal is 5 million, well, let's do easy numbers, okay? Let's say it's like 1 million. Then I'm going to always shoot over. I always go for 1.1 or 1.2 because something always goes wrong. Am I right? Something always goes wrong. Otherwise, we'd hit all of our goals by now. So if you know something's going to go wrong, then you know you have to shoot more because you can't miss your goal. You can't. You know what happens when I miss my goals? I would be fired. Or my whole team underneath me would get fired. And I do not allow that. We are committed to our goals. And if we say it is, then so it is. I'm a woman of my word and I show up, I'm going to hit it. But it's not just because I went for what they told me. I always want to push myself for a little bit more. I can't have a what if it doesn't happen scenario. It will, because I'm always pushing for more, striving for more. So the thing is, okay, we have to hit this. I'm not just going to say, let's try and see what happens. I always think about, where am I going to get the numbers? Where are they going to come from? Well, I have these, executive relationships, and I know that I've done a lot for them, that I can ask for a favor here. I know that these people are ready to re-up and we can upsell. I know that we have a new program launch that we can really support that, and we're going to do this kind of conversion event. I know I can do special trainings with my sales team to make sure that they understand. We can leverage some price increases perhaps. I know that we can pull this and pull that and pull this out and really map it out. God, here's my goal, and this is what I can do. But here's the thing that changed my entire business is when I invited the universe and God into my business. Thing is, you can call it whatever you want, and that's the only time I'm going to say this today, okay? I say God, but you can say source, you can say universe, you can say science, like whatever it is, energy. That's what I'm referring to, okay? So as God in my business, I say, I know I'm going to do this much, and I know I'm going to do everything to take aligned action to get these results. But then there's still a gap. Help me to channel like this bigger version. Like help me to go and take the nighttime routine. So for instance, I work till 5, I'm done. He's got the nighttime shift. She's got right? The nighttime shift. So I know as a woman in my power and a woman of spirituality that yes, I need to come up with all the plan. I need to have all the action steps. I need to know where my money's coming from and make sure that everybody feels supported and has the tools and programs and everything necessary to get there. But I also know that I can work with what I can't see. I know that my mind is emitting energy and frequencies all the time. I know that my heart and my desire is powerful. I know that I'm a goddess. I really know that because I am the child of God. I'm divine and I can work miracles in my sleep. And I use that. But I don't forget that I'm responsible for my actions. Aligned thoughts plus aligned feelings plus aligned actions get you aligned results. You don't hope, you don't try, you don't pray and wish that it's going to happen. You show up as her and make sure that it gets done. So I'm going to give you a little example of how this works, and then I'm going to help you to walk through your numbers, okay? So my little guy, he is my youngest, my little redhead, McKinley. You'll often see him popping up on my live videos. He's usually like pulling my hair and like doing weird lips. He's cute. Anyway, he's in kindergarten, and I'm getting messages. Sorry, y'all. I don't know how to turn that off. Popular today. Okay, so he's in kindergarten, and he is addicted to these little workbooks. So we buy them at Costco, and they're like these really big stacks. He flies through them. He just loves learning, and he loves gold stars, and he likes asking questions. And the other day he came up to me and he really helped me to understand how to teach this. But of course, he said, Mommy, I don't understand this particular exercise. Can you walk me through it? And I said, absolutely, sure. What is it? He goes, well, there's 9 different pictures and they're all in different orders. They're scattered all over. And I need to figure out how the images go in sequential order. Of course, that's not exactly how he said it, right? But he's like, here's a cow. And the last one is milk on the shelf at the store. He's like, I don't know how milk goes from a cow to being on the shelf at a store. I've never done that process. I've never seen that. What does that look like? I'm like, okay, baby, like here's what we're going to do. What we do know is the end result. What's the end result? What's the very last step? He's like, okay, the milk is on the shelf at the store. Right. Here's the thing. We need support. We need clarity in this vision when we're thinking big, but how do we do that when we haven't done it before? How do we know what next step to take? The key is to go to your end result. Go to where your goal is. Go to already feeling, being, and achieving that end result. Remember, nothing is created. Nothing is destroyed. Your end result already exists. And if you can go there in your mind, and if you can go there in your heart and in your energy and in your soul, and you shut off your thoughts and just allow yourself to feel it, and then you quiet yourself, control your thoughts so your thoughts don't control you, and just ask. You ask and you shall receive. You can see that. Your inner feminine beast, she's there to tell you, this is what it looks like. This is how it feels. And then you ask her, how did we get here? How did we get here? Not there, here, right now, because you can go there. And she'll break it down for you. But what she's not going to tell you is where she started. It's not about who you are and who you want to be and why there's a difference. It's being who you want to be now and thinking like her, acting like her, showing up as her. And you can see the path and look back on how you got there. So you think, what is the next step before my goal? How did I get there? So for example, with my little one, he was like, okay, mommy, all right, so there's milk on the shelf. I'm like, okay, how did the milk get on the shelf? He's like, oh, well, somebody put it there. And I said, where do you think he took it from in order to put it there? He's like, oh, this picture, he's taking it off the truck. And I'm like, exactly. He took it off the truck and then he put it on the shelf. And he's like, yeah, okay. And then I was like, so what's the step before? And then he goes, well, the truck is involved. So the truck got it to the store, right? And then we do these pictures back all the way to where we start, like they have the milking machines and then it goes to the cow. Okay, I'm saying my kindergartner can do it. He understands it. But he never saw that process before. He never experienced it in real life and didn't know what the next step was because he was trying to figure out this on his own. Go to the end and work backwards. This is how I do everything in my business. In fact, I want to be super vulnerable with you today and show you like what I'm talking about. So in December, I always plan my full year ahead. What? Yeah, I do. I love being way ahead because the clarity, the organization allows me to know the next step always. I always know the next step. And if something goes wrong, which it has, yes, we've had tons of success in our company. I am proud about that for sure. But there are times that I completely struck out. Goose eggs, zeros, nobody signed up, did all the work, nothing happened. Did I panic? Did I freak out? No, because my goal is not to lower, to dabble, to try, to have doubt. Feed your beasts, starve your doubt, maintain the frequency. And in order to not panic and freak out that no sales came in, I already had the next event ready to go. I already knew where the next numbers are coming. I already had everything organized and who to upsell and who all these things, okay? So much so that in December of last year, my flagship offer, the thing that I enroll and keep my arms open to and very proud of, is the Spiritual Success Experience. Now, we meet once a week, every single week in that program, and I knew that. So I thought about it and I looked at it and I wrote down every single day that we're going to meet together as a group. And I wrote down all of the different, categories and topics that we're going to meet on about that day. I made sure I took off for the week of Christmas, the week of Thanksgiving, my anniversary, and my birthday, okay? Make sure those days are off, and I planned that ahead. As I wrote what everything was, I realized that there is a way that I can position this because they're kind of in groups. They go in topics, chunks of topics. So I looked at that and I said, wow, you know what? We have an opportunity here to make these our signature programs where people can come in and get a taste of what it's like working in the Spiritual Success Experience. But how do I know when I'm going to sell? And how do I get people into this? Well, I know that basically, ta-da, wasn't kidding. Look, this is my full year. And just so you know, we're around right here right now. That's where we are, okay? So every single day that I'm going to meet with my clients, what the topic is, what the date is, and then we also put what the signature program is. So I know that for mastering energy work, we started on March 23rd. If you look back, we had a conversion event. And what I mean by that is a sales kind of masterclass workshop where we teach and we serve. And when you give, you're certainly allowed to receive. And that's when you allow people to come and invite them to plug into your power. By the way, you're never pitching to no one, okay? We don't pitch here because that doesn't feel good. Nobody wants to be pitched to. You invite people to plug into your power, okay? So we invite people into our workshops then. No, it's 2 weeks before we get started. That's how I knew when to do it. Because I want to make sure everybody has a great onboarding experience, that they are getting the flow, they're doing the pre-work, that they're meeting with my team and having their orientation call, that they're feeling really good. Buyer's remorse is a real thing, y'all. You need to make sure that when you're onboarding that your people are feeling really set up for success and feeling good about their decision. So that's why we do it 2 weeks before, so we can get everybody set up and ready so that they can make the most of this experience. So I mapped out every single conversion event, workshop, masterclass that we're going to have based off what the next open enrollment was. Do you know how good this feels to have this entire blueprint of your year, where you can expect and what you can see, and opportunities of new sales to come in, and the flow of everything? Like, Cynthia, a whole year? Yeah, guess what? It took me one day of sitting down and inviting my higher self to come in and to just see a bigger picture and to channel my expertise and to have fun and brain dump and just put it out there, to postulate, to feel good. I was able to create the entire plan for my entire company within 1 year. This is important because if it doesn't go right, you know what's next. If you do not quit, you will not fail. That is the difference between a master and a newbie. A newbie hasn't even tried as many times as a master has failed, okay? You keep going, you keep going, you keep doing, and you have a plan. You think ahead. You're not in the maze, you're looking down at the maze. Here's the thing, this is important. Who here is a CEO of their company? I want to see who's here. I'm looking at the comments. Hey, Karan, what's up? Nice to see you. Hey, Serena. Karina's here. Nice to see you, lovely. Jen, so proud of you, Mama. Hi, Shelly. Okay, so if you are the CEO of your business, this is what I got to tell you. You got one thing and one thing to do. Yes, there's a lot of things that fall under it, but your number one thing. In fact, everybody in your company, who here has multiple employees? And it's okay if you don't. I don't. But we're growing, that's for sure. But here's the thing. Every single person in your company has one big thing to do. Your marketing team, their number one thing is lead generation. That's what all the content out there is, to get leads. Your salespeople, and as a woman who's been a salesperson for a long time, my number one thing, doesn't matter what I'm doing, doesn't matter if I'm DMing a million people and having a million consults and doing all these things, if I'm not converting, my number one task is to convert. Your HR, perhaps some of you have like accountability coaches or, somebody there for customer support. Their number one goal is retention, to help people keep people happy, keep them there, and to keep them within the company and growing with you. Your job as a CEO is to be the leader. To be the leader. To be the visionary. To be the shot caller. Does it sound familiar? Because I always say, you're not just the CEO of your business, you're the CEO of your life. You are the visionary, the shot caller. You are the boss. Things are only going to get done if you say they will. You don't have to do any of this. You chose to be the CEO. You get to do this. So take it on and really show up as her and do the big plan. I encourage you, sit down by yourself and then with your team and write out your whole plan and have fun and realize this is your gift to the world. You don't want to show up half-assed and choppy and because people can feel when you have to make sales and you're constantly relying on sales, that's all your business is like, sales, sorry, I'm not focused in my clients. I'm not focused in creating amazing content. I'm just so panicky and worried about hitting a number. It's not what you do that matters. It's who you are when you do it. So make sure you take the time as the boss and CEO of your life and plan out this full entire view. Because watch, once you get through the whole thing, rinse, lather, repeat. And you'll see opportunities just like here today, where we had a space in between. And it's like, how are we going to show up? Let's channel. Let's have fun because we have time and energy to do that because everything else is planned out. I'll tell you what, right now it's August. My company, we're in October. We're just tying the bows on everything in October. We're that many steps ahead. Are we doing stuff in September? Absolutely. Get ready, y'all. Relationships are going to be amazing, but it's already done. Everything's ready to go. Because when we get there, it won't be panic. It won't be mayhem. We'll never miss a single day of a podcast going out. We're never going to miss, Metaphysical Mindset Monday or Wednesday Weekly Wisdom. I'm not going to ever not show up because my brand is discipline. My brand is accountability. This is how I work with my clients. I'm a woman of my word and I have to be committed because I go first and everything responds. If I continue to show up as her and take aligned action, my success is guaranteed. So it's important to allow yourself to enjoy the flow and experience by putting some discipline in to get organized. All right, so let's really talk about our numbers though. Okay, so you saw how I planned like literally my whole year and where everything is and how I can choose and flow. And just so you know, none of that's on Fridays. Don't work Fridays. I picked the weeks already in advance, looking at my full year, when I want to take a vacation. You know what my team loves about that? They know on the 1st of January for their whole year when they can take off vacation. That's nice. That's really nice. Okay. So let's know your numbers and work backwards. So what is your yearly income goal? What is it? You know what it is. Okay. This is not going to be Phil. This portion here is not going to be on the virtual, the virtual recaps because it pertains to you. These are custom answers. What is your yearly income goal? Let's make it easy, fun numbers. Let's make it 1 million. Okay. 1 million. You know that's your end goal. Are you going to shoot for 1 million? No. You're going to go a little higher in case something goes wrong. Does it ever go wrong? It always goes wrong. Okay. So you're going to have a little bit higher. People can fall off. Maybe a certain launch doesn't go a certain way. Always go bigger. Okay. So if you know that your goal is 1 million, why? Why is it 1 million? Does it help you to create the lifestyle that you want? What is the lifestyle that you want? Do you want to give to charity? How many vacations do you want to go on? How big do you want to grow your team? Do you have children that are going to college? What is their tuition cost? What does your dream car cost? What are the things? Money likes a purpose. It's a currency. In order for you to make a certain amount of money, you need to know where the money's going to go. So I want you to think bigger and understand your lifestyle and what it is you want to manifest. Again, it's not what you do always, it's who you are. So with those visions in mind and holding yourself accountable to them, that's important. So why 1 million? And is 1 million even enough? Or is it overshooting? Maybe that's not how far we have to go. Okay, 1 million is the answer though. That's what we decided. Perfect. What is your monthly income goal? If that is the end result. Well, if my end result for 12 months is 1 million, what do I have to make every single month for 12 months to get to that number? I know that number like the back of my hand. It's $83,333.33. Why? Because that's my next goal. We're not far from it. So you need to think, okay, if I need to, in order to make 1 million, get $83,333.33 every month, how am I going to do it? I'm going to hope. We're going to try our best. We're going to see what happens. Yay. No, we have a plan. It's put into place. And we worked out our numbers. We came up with the programs we're going to offer. And if these sales don't hit, but we don't feed that. We mastered the what if game. What if it does, right? But something goes wrong. Can we pull this string? Can we offer that tool? Can we create a VIP upsell? Can we do something to guarantee that we hit our numbers? So think about it. What is your current offer that you have? And what is the price point? If you have something that is $20, $50, $200, you're going to have to sell a shit ton in order to hit 83,333. That's why your pricing is your positioning. That's super important because you need to understand it's not about selling something that's $50 to thousands of people. It's about something that's selling thousands of dollars to 50 people. It's a lot easier to make 50 sales than it is thousands. But also when you have a higher price point, you attract people who want to commit. Who here has literally, this is funny and I want you to be honest, who here has purchased some kind of digital course that you haven't even opened? Too many, y'all. And we joke around, but we say it's collecting virtual dust. That's what's happening. Why? Because it was $200. It's like, yeah, I mean, it's a lot. I'm not saying it's not, but like, I'd rather go out to dinner tonight. I need to go get my hair done. It's actually costs more to get my hair done than that. I need to do this. I need to do this. Like, I'm just too, and no one's there holding me accountable, and nothing's like making me do it. And it's just like, it's whatever. Okay? So it's important to have a higher price point because when you cost more, people are not going to be like, they're going to be like, whoo, I paid a lot for this. I'm showing up. You need people to show up because that's how they get results. Why do you need your clients to get results? Hello? That's where you get referrals come from. That's where your referrals come from. That's where you get your testimonials. But also that's why you're doing this in the first place. To give your dream clients, your soul contract clients, get them transformation, get them true results. When you're at a higher price point, you are going to attract those people, okay? So, but regardless, where are you at now? Is it going to work? If not, we need to change that. So let's just say you have a $1,000 product. Now here's the thing. Is it a one-time hit or are we talking about recurring? That's a whole different subject I'm going to save for another day. But I really, really suggest, if you're not there yet, that you have a recurring payment strategy in your systems. You make one sale and you know for the next 6 or 12 months how much income you have coming in. Otherwise, yes, I made 1,000. Oh my God, we sold 83 spots for $1,000. Woo! Yeah! Oh shit. We have to do it again this month. And then you start doing this. And then what happens? You dimmed your light. You lost your swag. You enter phone and beast. She's like, no, come back to me. Stop feeding your doubt and feed your beast. But if you had the next step and you had the next path, like clear path, and you knew what you were doing already, like flow and ease. Okay, we hit it. Now we know we can do it. Let's do more. Let's do more. That's how it works when you have it set up. But you know your numbers. Okay, what is the price point of the thing that I'm offering right now? How much am I guaranteeing myself in my business every single month? When I wake up on the first of every month, it's beautiful. I already know that I have tens and tens and tens of thousands of dollars coming in before making any sale that month because of the way you set up your systems. So, does it make sense what we have? So, now we know where we are at versus where we want to be. So if I have this price point, I have this much money coming in, this is what I'm offering, perfect. How many new enrollments do you need to secure to hit your income goal? How many? How many of what you're offering do you have to sell to hit your whole year goal? How many do you need? Perfect. You know. So if it's 1,000, you'll need 83. Actually, you'll do a little bit more because we're not going to cut off the $333. So it'll be 84. You need 84 sales to hit that at this price point. Maybe there's an opportunity to make this even higher price point or add something, a different level tier. But okay, that's where I'm at. Well, then how many do I need to do every single month? You take 84 and you divide it by 12, and that's what you know you must hit every single month in order to get to that $1 million goal. You don't just say, I want to be a 7-figure entrepreneur. Let's see how it goes. You have to have the plan. You have to know your numbers. You have to know what price point, and does your price point even make sense? If not, what are you going to do about it? It's up to you. You got to be the shot caller. You got to be the visionary. You have to lead. You have to serve fully to people who are committed, your people. So know your numbers. Now that you know your numbers, and just so you know, this is really important, okay? In the beginning, you're not going to hit the number, and that's okay. I remember the very first time I launched, I swear to God, I was going to sell 40 people into my program. I wanted to. But most likely I wasn't ready because otherwise it would happen. And even though I felt like I was, God may have had a different plan because guess what? I got 4. Only 4. But then I just followed the path and I kept doing it. And I didn't quit. And I stayed committed. And I showed up. And it wasn't like, oh my gosh, do I have to do something? I'm too scared because nothing went good last time. It's like, no, it's already done. I already said I was going to do it. I already committed to this and I already got it in momentum and action. So then I did it again. I hit 4 the next time. And then we got to 5. And then we got to 6. And then we went back to 4, but then we went to 7. And we kept going and going and going. Because all of a sudden, let's just say you just hit 4. Okay, you got 4 clients your first month, but guess what? Now month 2, you have 8. And then month 3, you have 12. And then it goes to 16 and then to 20. And you're only 5 months in looking back. And you're like, wow, I never got more than 4, but I already have 20 clients. And my pricing is my positioning. So I'm already in a multi-6-figure income. That's how I did it. I didn't have hundreds of people sign up for me, but I found my people. My women who get me, who know that I'm going to be there to hold them accountable and help them to up level in all areas of success because I'm leading by example. But I didn't just do it by sharing my mission and shining my light. I did it with the right strategy. And I did it with a plan and commitment to show up every single day. Not dabbling, not trying, but going and moving, flowing through the system that I put into place and leading my team on. So if you know that you have to make this, okay, so compound effect is real. How many people do you need to hit? Go for that monthly number. But what do you plan on doing to secure these new clients? What kind of action steps are you going to take? Are you doing conversion events? Are you having special methods put into place? Like, what are you going to use to get these? We need to know that. The system's important. Write out the plan. Create your blueprint. Forecast your budgets and take appropriate action. Because here, bottom line, never, ever, ever, ever hope for your dreams. Do not hope for success. Hoping is positively doubting. If you say, oh, I hope it goes well, you are announcing that you don't fully believe it can. If you want to hit your goals, if you want to hit your dreams, if you want to hit your ideal level of success, you must claim it. You must claim your dreams. Because if you claim it and you're a woman of your word and you're going to show up and committed no matter what, and so it is. If you do not quit, you will not fail. All right. We're going to speed through this next one. We spent a lot of time here already, but I told you this is going to be a lot of important information. If you're vibing with this so far and you're realizing like, okay, I can do this, I got this, like I'm going to commit to literally sitting down and planning ahead. Now, I did do the full year. If you can't do the full year, that's okay, but you ultimately have to do it quarterly. You have to know what's coming up and you can plan, and we're going to get into why this is important, okay? Because mistake number 2 is stop trying. I hate trying, okay? That's my least favorite word. We don't try, okay? We own it, we claim it, and so it is. It's done. Stop trying to come up with new content every day. This is some gold right here, y'all. Woo! This is going to change your life. If you're not doing this, walk away from this experience with just this. This is something that I do that guarantees that I will show up, that I will never miss a single podcast. I will never miss a Metaphysical Mindset Monday. I will never miss anything when it comes to my lead generation, to creating content, or any masterclass. I don't say, oh, here's the masterclass, we planned it out. Oh, guys, we're not ready. Let's not do it. Let's push it back. We never push anything back. We get it done and we continue and we keep moving, because law of inertia, it's momentum. What goes in motion stays in motion. You need to keep moving. And when you have it all mapped out, you know the next steps. So you just keep it going, because you don't quit, you won't fail. Okay, so here is something that I do that now that you hear it, you're going to look at all my stuff and you're going to be like, oh, I totally get it now. I do this thing called a content creation day. Okay? What I do is I look at what I'm focusing on this month in my business. What new programs are we launching? What is the underlying theme and focus? Well, for example, right now in Spiritual Success Experience, in our signature program that we're focused on is Mastering Money Mindset. But our next one that we're going to be starting in September, get ready, is Mastering Relationships, okay? Mastering Relationships. So every single first of the month, I sit with my team and we do what's called a content creation day. First of all, let's prepare for what you need to do, and then I'll give you the secrets of what this looks like, okay? So this is how we're gonna do this, and this is my example. You're gonna fill it out for you and how it applies to your business. But if I know I'm gonna start talking about relationships in September, and that's really what we're gonna focus on, whether it's manifesting, really just keeping the spark alive, your personal relationship, all these things, what am I going to talk about? Well, I want my content, my daily lives, my stories, and all those things to be about the thing I want people to focus on and get ready for as we are leading up to the conversion event. I want them to see the value of attending. And so all of the content that goes out, there'll be things, behind the scenes and little things here and there of my kids being cute and posting things like that, because I like people coming to my world and seeing the real me. But almost all of my content is going to be about relationships. So think of 10 ideas about the topic that you're going to be covering based off what you're launching or what you want people to see that month. For me, if it's relationships, 10 things. Ready? Most important relationship, inner feminine beast. Romantic relationships for manifesting, growing and evolving. His perspective, loving conversations. Family relationship, friend relationships, client relationships, children relationships, understanding chemistry, and the desire of receiving love with femininity. Those are 10 things we can talk about to get started. Boom, you just brain dump. You don't take the pressure, you don't judge it, you just allow yourself to flow and put everything on paper that you could possibly talk about. Wow, these are really good topics. What do I do with all these things? Well, ideas to create content. And I am moving fast, but just remember this part is going to be a virtual recap, okay? So what can I do? Well, I'm sure my podcasts are going to cover a lot about relationships. I want people to be thinking about that. And again, I'm going to have a call to action to come join us for that. We're going to have YouTube. Quick tips. A quick tip is like 1 minute, 2 minute. Hey, did you know you can do this to spice up your life? Like, this is what you can do to make sure that you are healing trauma from this. Like, this is like just a quick thing that when I hear it, I'm like, wow, that is a really awesome tip that I can go apply right now to get an instant breakthrough so that I want to go check out the rest of your stuff. Click, 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 click. Oh, wow, they have YouTube. I love YouTube. Don't listen to podcasts, but that's okay because she also has audio over here. And there's like a whole entire section of units where I can look up all these old, like, you want to be everywhere. That seems overwhelming though, right? Where else do you want to be? Don't worry, I got the plan for you, okay? You want to be in Facebook stories. Facebook stories are genius. One, they're super fun, show off your personality, but also when somebody replies, where does it go? Straight into your DM, y'all. That's where you want people to be. You want to be connecting with people. Connection is important. Emotional connection is key because that's how you earn trust. You build rapport, you show value, you serve, and you earn trust through actually getting to know your people. Connection is key, okay? So Facebook stories are wonderful, Instagram stories, Instagram reels, emotional, authentic copy. What do I mean by this? I'll just sit down one day and I'll just like channel my heart and I'll just, in fact, I'll tell you what, Karina can type 10 times faster than me. Go figure. And I'll have her and I'll just talk and I'll spill out my heart and she can keep up and we'll just write some beautiful copy one after the next, after the next, after the next, and we'll just put it out there. But it's always me. Whenever you see a post written, it's me. Like it's not anybody else. I put my loving energy into it. I put my branding into it. I put my words and my like my spirit into it because people can feel that. They can know the difference. You can read somebody's copy and tell it is not written by them. Okay? Not here. So that's what I mean by emotional authentic copy. A selfie. Lots of selfies. You can do this. Little hint, just so you know. I know you love creating all the sexy graphics and they're fun and they're cute. But there's like a Facebook algorithm where basically it just loves selfies. If you see, go look at my profile. You see a selfie of me, I'll have hundreds of likes. Sometimes it's like I had a baby or something. Like I post a new haircut. This thing got like 300 likes, the new haircut. But we did one where we jazzed it up and put all these words and everything on it and made it like adorable. 15, 20 likes. Why? I have a feeling that they can sense that there's some kind of sale there or, something. A selfie works. Put it on your to-dos that you're going to put that into your content creation. TikToks, you hate them or you love them, doesn't matter. They work. I have several friends, multi-seven figures, who are getting hundreds of leads from them. It's something, an option you can do. Another thing is behind the scenes. Behind the scenes is really cool because people love seeing you working in action or getting ready or doing your makeup or like laying out your clothes for your big event. And they want to see the real you, okay? So these are things that you can be doing. Okay, so how do we actually get all of it done? That seems like so much stuff. I kid you not, y'all. I actually, I was meditating about this time last year before I started my company. And I remember I was meditating and my inner feminine beast, she was like, whack. She hit me across the face and she set me straight. And I heard her so loud and so clear. And she said, stop complaining about social media. Oops. But damn it, she was right. If I was from this little box right here, you see this little box? I have literally sold millions and millions, multi-millions of dollars of online coaching. And in my own company in our first year, from that little box that sits right here, this thing, check it out. This little screen, we've made multi-six figures. Social media is the most amazing thing in the entire freaking world. You can reach people all over the world. We have clients right now from Estonia. We have clients in the UK. We have clients all over. We're international in our first year because we understand the power of social media and we use it. But you have to be open to and let go resistance. And remember, there's a strategy behind it. Don't just willy-nilly come up with amazing posts and don't do it for a long time. Because guess what? If you don't commit to it, then you're not a promised experience. You're not becoming the embodiment of your brand. I can't trust you if you're not committed to it. And if I don't trust you, I'm not going to buy. People buy off of people they can trust to get them the outcome. And if you're not showing up in your business the way that you are supposed to show up as a coach, or, in service-based business in somebody else's life, but it seems like a lot of work. Like, how do you never miss a single episode? Today, y'all, was the 70th episode of the Spiritual Success Podcast that we started when we started this company. How do we not miss it? This is how. You ready? Pay attention. Okay. I usually, if you have a team member that's in person, it's really fun to do with somebody else. If you can't, a lot of us are virtual. That's okay. You just got to do it for yourself. But what we do is we brain dump all these ideas and we poll people, and we think, what do you want to learn? We don't ever say, oh my gosh, I think they want to learn this. I think that we know what they want to learn because we're asking our audiences, we're connecting with them, we're getting to know. If you haven't had a connection call with me and you're here, come reach out to Karina. She will schedule that call because I value you. And I don't want to come up with crap that you don't even care about. I create things that I know you want to hear. And so we get all these ideas, and then we channel our inner feminine beast, and we put down all the things that we feel can really benefit and be coordinated and work with a theme that we're focusing on. And then what I do is I go pick out 30 different outfits and just grab a bunch of different shirts. And it doesn't really matter now because my hair is so short, but I used to grab a hair tie, and sometimes I put my hair back, and sometimes I would have it go this way instead. Don't know why I just did that, but that's okay. You switch it up. I would grab different jewelry. We gotta fix this. I would grab different jewelry, right? And I would grab a hairbrush and maybe a different lip gloss too, a different lip gloss color, okay? And I would sit there in front of my big ring light and my camera and say, go, go, go. And I would just change my shirt in between, change my shirt in between, change my shirt in between. Every single first day of the month, we create the entire content for the entire month, every month. And so that means my podcast. Every single week on Monday, a new podcast episode comes out in Spiritual Success. And I don't miss it because I sit down and record the entire month in one sitting. My episodes are only 15 minutes long. I need 4 episodes, 1 hour. I sit there and I get it through it. And what I do is I videotape myself while I'm recording the podcast so I can use it and stream it on multiple platforms. I can sit there and have the podcast go out, but the video is used on YouTube. And then we take edits of those YouTubes and we make them into stories, and we make them into, Instagram, or TikToks. That's how we do this. So I just sit there and I record, and we just have a whole day of recording. But it's not like, what do I say next? What am I going to do next? It's we planned out what we need to do, and we know what we're focused on because we know what we're selling, and we're doing it in advance. So as I'm sitting there being the face of the company, being the leader of the company, coming up with the content, because that's what I am, the visionary. I'm the one, the voice, the brand of the company. I'm doing my job and creating the content. And then my team takes it and they edit it, and then we schedule it out. We schedule so much stuff out, and we don't just schedule on a scheduler. We put it in a combined folder where we can all sit there and grab from. So yes, every single time you see me post, it is my words, it is my writing, but I might not have written it that day. I strategically knew what's coming next, and I will put it there, but it's still my heart, my spirit, my inner feminine beast being channeled on that paper. But I never miss a post, and I never miss having a podcast episode or this and that because it's already been done for weeks. It's having the plan. It's being disciplined. It's being organized. It's creating structure. And that's your strategy, is to make sure that you will have it done. So this is what I do in my business that makes me never change. And now what's funny is you're going to watch my podcast YouTube videos and you'll be like, oh yeah, she has the same lipstick on the 3 episodes in a row. Or her lashes, her eye, her makeup's different today, and or they all look the same, you know what I mean? But I'm usually switching out, but I'm recording them all at once. I never miss a day. I never miss a mark. Does that make sense? Is this kind of wow, right? Cool. Yeah, I'm looking at comments. Sorry, when I'm on my computer, I have to scroll down a bit, but I love this. Keep it coming. Let me know if this is resonating. Who's are you already doing this? Or is this new information that you're oh my gosh, yes, that's what I need to do. Is just make one day and come up with everything. And have fun creating the graphics for it. Have fun scheduling it all out. And then that way, everything is good for the rest of the month. That's way you can take off on Fridays. That way you can take off a whole week. Because your stuff's still going to be being pushed out. It's done. It's already done. Very important. I feel like my lipstick smudged. Okay. So that's mistake number 2 that I see is people missing the mark. not being committed to their lead generation, not being committed to the embodiment of their brand because they're coming up with the pressure of having to perform every day versus just banging out one day and then coasting and having it all go out for them. So, mistake number 3. This one's key. And this one is because I'm a saleswoman and I understand how important this is. Number 3, no more speaking to the masses of unqualified people. Instead, I want you to build rapport, organize your prospects in a controlled and organized community that works like a database. This is key, okay? So several times women have come to work with me and they are amazing at speaking. They have so much to give and serve. Their masterclasses and workshops are off the charts, like fucking fabulous. They're great. But they're like, no one's signing up. No one's signing up. And one little thing that you can shift is where you're putting it out. Now, it is important, as you can see, to be in all these different places. You want to be everywhere. But there needs to be a call to action where people all come to one specific area. And that specific area should be where you're hosting your events. So the reason we do that is because you can actually know who you're talking to. Spiritual Success Sorority is my Facebook group. It is my baby. I put so much energy and work in there, and it is a community of high-vibing women who are there to support each other. Every Sunday, we celebrate your wins. We get to know every single one of you because that feels good. But also, I mean, there's a strategy behind that. We want to know who's listening. We want to know who to interact with because it doesn't matter where you are, what your business is. I don't care if it's online or in person or like whatever you do. Guess what? You're not attracting money. You are not attracting money. You are attracting people who are standing in their power, who want to invest in you with money. You are attracting people, not money. Okay? So you need to know your people. Well, how do you know your people if you can't even see who's on the other side watching? How do you know that they're coming back? How do you know who to like learn? I did a fun experiment the other day and I have, 20 plus women on this call, and I asked them, I said, ladies, if you knew me before I ever started Spiritual Success and you're my client, raise your hand. In fact, here, I bet you here, watch. How many of you know me from something I did in the past? And you'll be like, I remember you, I saw you. Honestly, that's probably why you're here, because built some kind of connection or I earned a little bit of credibility from you and you want to see what's going on. Okay, that's normal. But there was connection that inspired you to see the value of attending, right? So I'm looking at my clients and I'm like, raise your hand if you know me from the past. And they're like, me, that's me. And I'm like, okay, cool. So I would say a third. Then I said, if you are here and you've had a connection call with me before you became my client, let me know. Connection call meaning building emotional connection, like serving people, getting to know people. Raise your hand. And they're like, oh, I did. Over half of my clients there have had a connection call with me before becoming client. Then I said, if you're here because your friend recommended you and they referred you to come in here, raise your hand. And the other third did. Nobody was just like, oh, I just found you and I clicked a button. That's not how this works, especially in the beginning. You have to be willing to talk to your people. You have to be able to have that emotional connection, build rapport, because again, no one's going to buy from you if they don't know you and feel that they can trust you with what it is that they're investing in. So it's important to make sure that you're building a community of who to connect with. Spiritual Success Sorority is the perfect example of that. I chose to do a Facebook group. But in my Facebook group, it's not just like, who can I sell to? Who can I sell to? Everybody here is just a number. No, F that. Like, you're not a number. You truly are a valued member. I care about you, and you are here to add to the energy of this container. So we're picky and choosy. If you're not, really participating, then we're not there. Or, it's important to realize, like, they are respecting other people and they're contributing. But my job as the leader of the creator of that over 4,000 woman Facebook group is to serve, to give and give and give. And you know me, I don't hold back. You can go inside that Facebook group, go to the guides and go see all the past masterclasses I've hosted complimentary. Some of my best shit ever is there, and I want it to be there because it's always available. And maybe this is not your thing, but maybe that thing is. It's available for you. And when I give and give, and out of my intention to help and serve others, I am certainly allowed to receive. You will be bringing in clients all the time. But how do you serve in your Facebook group or whatever closed area you decide to choose? You have to be consistent. You have to have repetition. If you say you're going to do Monday, then you have to do Monday. Say you're going to do Tuesday, you have to do Tuesday, because you have to give that prompt experience. So I stick to a schedule. If you come into my group, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, we're doing something. Cynthia, that sounds exhausted. No, it's not, because it's all planned. I'm never like, oh, I gotta go live. What am I gonna talk about? What am I gonna talk about? What am I gonna talk about? It's already planned. We already have it mapped out. And we know that we can schedule things out in advance. That's the beauty of a Facebook group too. So in my group, for instance, every Monday is Metaphysical Mindset Monday, where we go and do an in-depth training of the topic of the week, which is Tuesday, topic of the week, where we take a poll of topics for our members to talk for having to go in the training about. I want to know that this is what you want to hear. And if I am talking about the thing you selected, you're probably going to come. And that's important for me. On Wednesday Weekly Wisdom, we either do an intuitive card reading because they're super engaging and our people said that they love them, or we do a podcast interview because as a valued member, you get to see the interview live with a 7-figure entrepreneur that I'm interviewing, or successful entrepreneur, because obviously money's not everything. But you hear about their spiritual journey and how they got there, and you get to see the live podcast before anybody else does. It's extra value. On Thursday, we often have quick tips. On Friday, we used to have Girl Crush of the Week. Saturday, you used to be able to promote yourself. And Sunday, we have Successful Sunday. Successful Sunday is we want to cheer. We want to celebrate all of your wins that we have. Serve your community. Note to self, always give your best stuff. Always, always, always give your best stuff. Do not feel like you have to limit yourself or that you're sharing too much. Look at this here. Like, I'm leading by example. No, because guess what? Again, nothing's created, nothing's destroyed. There's a plethora of ideas that I'm still going to allow to come and emerge through me. I'm not capped. That's scarcity mindset. That's limitation. That's resistance for you really being in flow. My inner feminine beast, she's the highest version of me. She's got all the good shit still coming. There's way more stuff, and I'm going to evolve. I'm going to pivot. I'm going to flow. I'm going to move with my people because I'm interacting with them because I know how to, because we're in this group together. And I cherish that group, and I serve in that group, and I don't try or dabble. I'm committed to serving in a consistent way where people look and see the joy of being part of that community. It's a real community. So I really would encourage you to think about, how are you showing up on a daily basis, and how do you commit to doing it? It's, yes, I'm live every Monday, but it's like 20 minutes. That's not that hard. And also it's like, I know what I'm going to talk about because we've decided a week before. I had time to think about it and plan it out. Think ahead. Think big. Why are we thinking big? So we don't have to be caught in the maze. So we can flow. Why? So we can create a greater impact. Make more money. And have freedom. Living our purpose, creating a ripple effect, and leaving a legacy. This is why we're doing this. Can I get an amen? I'm telling you, this is the good stuff here. Hi, Jen. Stepping out for your, what do you say? Stepping on my toes right now, Cynthia. Oh, I'll do that. Ladies, I don't mind being that person. I really mean it. I'm never up here preaching something I'm not practicing. I don't mind telling you as it is because I can see your potential. My inner feminine beast, I'm a very intuitive woman. I can see your potential. I can feel your end result. And that's why I work with my women to get them there. Now, I'll be your big cheerleader, but I don't mind shaping you with love. I don't mind telling you what you need to hear to help you because I know where you're at and where you want to be. And I know why there's a difference. And whatever that difference is, we got to change because almost always it's a bullshit story. It's just something you're telling yourself that you won't accept or allow. And usually it's just because we're afraid. And when you help and understand that fear is really your GPS, it's there to guide you and help you to the next step, you start embracing it and you start walking with it. And that's why women come to me, because I hold them accountable, but they also know I'm going to be doing it. I'm going to be doing it. So these are things that I do in my business. This is how we hit 6 figures in 4 months and multi 6 figures. This is how we've gotten clients for $40,000 cash, like within a month of work. Like some of my executive clients are anywhere from 25 to 45,000 that we work with them. But it's because we are able to commit at this level. People trust me that early. in on my business because I'm not a new girl in business. I'm her in my business. Do you understand? So, mistake number 4. This is our last one here. So, mistake number 4 is stop reacting in the moment. Thinking big is not just enrolling new clients. It's being proactive and thinking full cycle of the lifespan of your client. Okay, great. When you first start, you usually have that one program. But you don't have to wait 12 months of making a 12-month program before you sell it. I always sell something before it's completed so that I know people want it. And I know I'm an expert and I know I'm going to show up and it gets created. My mentor Tara likes to say that's building the airplane as we're taking off. 100%. But you need to think big and not in the maze. So if you know your clients are starting here in this particular program, what's next? Well, it's over. Bye. See ya. It was fun working with you. See you later. No. No. You want to keep a client for life. You want to continue to be with them. If they chose you now, continue to not have them, don't have them outgrow you. Be steps ahead of them and think of what is the next thing for them. Usually, your client is you. Well, how did you get to where you were at? Work backwards. Work backwards. So I want you to really think about the lifespan of your client. And I'm going to give you the quick breakdown of what this should look like and some quick things for you to think about as you're planning their full journey. Okay. What is the client life cycle? 1, client attraction. Okay. Before they're your client, you need to attract them to be a client. That's where all of your content creation comes into place. That's where serving your community comes into place. That's where having connection comes. And that's having your conversion events and seeing the full picture. Do you understand what we're doing here? We're actually working backwards in this presentation. They're all tying into one thing because that's how you think, sequential and big order and big thinking. So client attraction is the first thing you need to do. How? We just went over all the different ways. 2, enrollment and onboarding. This is key. Not only do you just take people in, nobody wants to feel like a number. You need to think about what is their experience when they become your client. It's not just like, oh, you're in, you're in, you're in. Are you celebrating with them? Are you reaching out to them personally, congratulating them? Are they sitting down and having an orientation call with a member of your team? Are you celebrating in the public that they've made this choice to invest in themselves? Are they understanding exactly where to go inside their membership portal and getting into the Facebook group? Or are you just in there hanging out? Don't ever let anybody hang out. As soon as somebody says yes to their success and decides to invest in you, you need to have an onboarding system that makes them feel like, damn, this is some white glove service. This is like some key, like legit, amazing Ritz-Carlton stuff. Okay. Like this is high. I feel supported. I'm so happy I made this decision. I'm ready to tell everybody about it. That's important. You don't want people to be like, they loved me, they respected me, and as soon as I swiped my card, they didn't care about me anymore. I want my money back. Very important. Really think about your enrollment and your onboarding system. The next, number 3, the most important part is transformation. Get your client from A to B. Give them that transformation. Make sure that you have a program that's really getting results. You're not going to be able to sell something that doesn't work. Okay? So really work on making your clients feel supported and help them through the transformation. Not just giving them information, but really, really making your client success your success. I always say my client success is my reputation. It is. If it doesn't go well, this business is not going to build. So be committed to that. And you know how you do that? By having all these things that we already worked out of the way. Having that plan so that you can really just be there and be present with them. Get your clients to transformation. But then for number 4, it's really important to have retention. Retention. Keep your client for life. Sorry, I might have spit on you there. Keep a client for life. What is the next step? What is the next phase? Where do you see them wanting to go next? And are you creating that and providing that and doing it before they're even finished the first thing? Help them in that transition. So these truly are the 4 things that I have identified that give you the quickest and biggest impact that you can apply after today. As soon as we're done, woo, whoop, you can start planning these out, planning out your full year, thinking of content creation, thinking about how you can really attract a community where you can start having interactions, you know who's actually showing up. That's key. And then also, again, making sure with the clients that you do you have the next growth for them? The easiest sell is a client who's already happy, who wants to stay. The second is a referral. The next one is somebody that's really just downloading all of your content. Like a podcast, like have a podcast, you should have one. Like people are listening to that all the time. And then also it's just making sure that it's not just ads and things. The things that we spend time on, 80-20 rule is real. Shiny websites, glittery posts, they're important, but it's not as important as being in front of your people. And as the visionary of your company, you're the leader, that's what you need to be doing. That's what you need to focus on. So I want you to no longer hope for your success. In here, I would love for you, and if you're here hanging out with me still, so many of you are, thank you. I want you to say here, put in the chat, I claim my success. Who's saying it? I want to see. I claim my success. Because I don't hope. I don't try. I don't figure out. I own it. I claim it. And as a woman of my word, if I do not quit, I will not fail, right? So it is. I want you to look at everything we went over today, and instead of getting overwhelmed, do not feed the doubt. Feed your beast. And enjoy the process of becoming. Like, have fun in creating your empire. But the thing about building an empire is if you don't have a solid foundation, it could crumble and it won't be pretty. Start with a solid foundation and allow yourself to be able to pivot and flow and have freedom because you really made sure the bottom is legit. Like you're working your way up, the things are there, the systems are in place, the structure is solid. That is what we're focusing on. That's what we learned here today. So remember, that takes discipline. But what is discipline? Is it punishment? No, far from it. Discipline is freedom. It's freedom. It's everything I have in my life is because I've decided to discipline myself in my fitness, in my relationship with Joey. We are committed in allowing my higher callings to come and emerge through. Yo, my Maserati, I love that thing. It's because I'm disciplined that I was able to have it. Where I live, my home, the things I'm manifesting in the physical is because I'm not attracting money. I attract women in their power. And how do you do that? Through law of attraction, you have to be a woman in your power, standing in your power, showing up as her in order to attract those kind of women. So you need to be disciplined to get it done. Discipline is freedom. So I want you to remind yourself, it's a choice. It is a decision. I choose. I don't have to, I get to. I choose to be the woman who gets it done and sees it through. So important. It starts with you. It really starts with you. And just looking at these strategies and having those systems, that helps everything. So again, I really do believe from the bottom of my freaking heart, my purpose here on this planet is to be here to help women to see the possibilities. To have the courage to say yes to themselves and to their success. But also to actually do something about it. Take aligned action, get shit done, and be consistent with it to see it through. Why? Why is this important? Because I want to see every woman create a greater impact. I want to see women making mad more abundance amount of money, like faucets on kind of money, so that they can have freedom. They can have freedom while living their purpose, creating a ripple effect that truly leaves a legacy. That is what I'm about. And this is where it gets super exciting. Y'all didn't know this was coming. Completely new. For those of you who really are ready to commit and, live your mission, but not only in embodiment and mindset and spiritual and energetic work, which we absolutely love, but to really now learn the systems, to learn the strategies, to have my eyes in on your business, customizing it and working with you in a tight circle of high achieving women. I'm inviting you to plug into this power of this container. And today, it's happening right now. We are introducing the VIP Inner Circle. I'm so excited. This has been on the calendar for a long time, and it's here in this moment that we're deciding to open our arms, our hearts, and our minds and create this container. And what this is all about is, again, I really believe in who you are. I've seen so many people burn out and make wrong decisions and do it out of alignment, and shit never works. Who you are matters the most, being her. So for every woman who's in a VIP, it's important to me that this is something that we don't forget. The VIP inner circle, everybody that is in this circle is going to have everything inside the spiritual success experience. Everything. You'll be part of that community of women. And that's really all about mastering. Mastering. Mastering what? I like to call it the 4 M's. This is mindset, meditation, metaphysics, and of course, manifestation. From the perception of your inner feminine beast, right? That also is all about daily accountability. You have to be her every single day. So my team is there checking in on you daily. Yep, Christmas morning, we're there. You know we are. Why? Because we're way steps ahead. Easter, we're there. Halloween, love Halloween. It doesn't matter. We're there every single day holding you accountable to make sure that you are showing up as her. But also, you're going to be in that container of the women inside the spiritual success experience. That's a private Facebook group. That's the weekly coaching that we do on Zoom. I love Zoom because I love virtual face-to-face, but that's the content. That's me as your coach. That's the community. And that's the recoding that is necessary. Everything inside spiritual success experience, the embodiment work, mindset work, all of that manifesting is important because that's how you find out how to be her. Well, then in the VIP inner circle, we work on the business strategies. So you have support, but now you're getting the structures and the strategies that I've known and worked with so many different executive clients and still do to this day. But now I'm creating a container of high-level women to offer this to. So the thing is, it's not really, I understand business is important because after working with so many women inside the spiritual success experience, they show me their vision boards. I know what their monthly goals are and I hold them accountable to hitting it. But a lot of that takes money. We've talked about that. So it's important that we don't just focus on who we are. We come up with plans to create that income. And it's all about living fully aligned while we do it. That's key. So here's how this works. The VIP inner circle is going to have 2 times a month live coaching sessions. This is a tight-knit group of women. So we're going to be referring to ourselves as the Inner Feminine Beast Mastermind. We meet twice a month, and every single first session is going to be me going in super depth trainings. We're going to be covering 4 different pillars that I know are essential to focus on to get your business to multi-6 figures. We'll talk about who this is for in just a moment. Several of my clients are not at 6 figures yet. Many of them are multi-7. This is really going to be focused for women who are at that 6-figure mark, who are ready to get to multi-6. Now, if you are somebody at 7, I promise you, you're still going to take away a lot from this. And if you're not at the 6 yet, please don't become discouraged, okay? As long as you're able to be vulnerable and be willing and make sure that you are really dedicated to the outcome, it's very possible that this could still be the great container for you, okay? But this is the idea. And what we're gonna be doing when we meet is really focusing on 4 different pillars. So these are gonna be standards of leadership and self-discipline, visibility and lead generation, sales and creative conversions, my favorite, and then also retention and growth. So every month we'll go really deep in about an hour and a half session talking about these. And then what happens is the second session is much more of a coaching in your business. Okay, so what does that mean? It's going to be Q&A, which is going to be rapid fire. So we help everybody that's there, but also it's going to be a lot of coaching, like hot seat coaching. Like you ask your questions about this topic and let me help you mold it to and customize it for where you're at in your business. But also it's going to be a lot of that masterminding that I know that we crave. This is going to be a commitment, like not just to yourself and your success, but in the support of other women along their journey in their business and success. which means I really want to encourage, I love when my clients do work together. I want you to be able to network, but I also really want you to get behind each other and promote each other, be on each other's podcasts and support each other. You'll see me all the time promoting when my girlfriends are doing events. I call that the Spice Girl effect. Yes, individually, we're all great, but together we make a bigger impact. We create that larger, legacy, and together we rise. So I really want to create this group of women that are dedicated to their business, but dedicated to supporting others as well, and knowing that that's how you reach more volume. So I want to encourage you to definitely go check out the syllabus on the application page. That's right, I said it. This is going to be application only. I'll get into that in just a moment. But what you're going to see on this link, and Karina is posting it. Thank you, Karina. Make sure that you check it out. But things that we're going to be covering when it comes to these coaching sessions is really identifying the standards of your inner feminine beast. That's definitely where we're going to start. It's creating a company culture of growth, of commitment, and have it be performance based and have those expectations really mapped out. It's going to be talking about determining the yearly game plan. This right here, the thing that I showed you, all my papers, my whole year plan, I want you to create this, and I want to help you to be able to do it. We're going to map that whole thing out. I want you to understand implementing, hyper speeding, and condensing time, utilizing time as your most important asset. How do you do this? Cynthia, how did you go so fast? Let me show you how I use time and how I manage my time and how I really time block and how I be a woman of my word so that I can be committed and get those results. We want to talk about the energy of branding. We mentioned it quite a bit here today, but your branding is everything, because truly it is the embodiment of your higher self and your soul's purpose. And we need to identify that and be able to clearly, have that stand out as an individual, unique you, but communicate it and have people know what it is that you represent and how to communicate that to others as they continue to create that ripple effect for us. Content creation and consistency. I want to teach you more of the industry secrets that I do so I'm consistent in my content all the time, how we, fill our calendar months ahead, and also podcasting. Several of you may already have podcasts. If you do not, I'm telling you, it is one of the most smartest things you have. We're going to do the ins and outs of all the things you need to do to be set up for success in your podcast. We have over 8,000 consistent listeners on our podcast, 70 episodes, and we just had our 1 year. We've had at least 10 multi-seven-figure guest speakers on there, and you can find so many different, people, platforms that I'm on. There's a strategy behind that, and I want to help you because that's part of lead generation. I'm really excited about this. So one of my executive clients that I work with, and she's a member of the Spiritual Success Experience, is my dear friend, Kimberly Olson. She's going to be coming in as well. So we're going to be hosting multi-seven-figure entrepreneur women coming in and doing guest teachings. I'm super proud of her, by the way. If you haven't seen this already, her 5th best-selling book just went out. She's a top 20 podcast, PhD, #1 in the world for her network marketing company for recruiting, but also she has a multi-seven-figure company coaching. I had the pleasure of coaching her sales team, and man, they have just crushed it. Just had over $500,000 launch. So super proud of her. But at the same time, she has this amazing book. I'm going to put that out there, give a little shout out. I'm really grateful. I'm actually wrote the foreword to this best-selling book that was #1 in 3 categories on Amazon. So proud of her. But women like this are going to be coming in and coaching in this container. I know that I'm the expert at sales and the embodiment work, and I know that the lead generation is important, but I want to make sure that I'm pulling from experts that really help you and give you that kind of support. That's what's happening here. This is some next level, high level shit. I can't wait. This is my baby. This is what I've been wanting and dreaming of for so long, and it's here. It's happening. And again, we're going to be taking applications. Let me go over a little bit more what we're going to be covering and tell you exactly how this process works, okay? So I'm excited because when we can get into the sales part of it, remember we're talking about sales and creative conversions. Y'all, you do not have to do 10-day things. I started with that. You do not have to do that. You don't have to do these things that are draining and exhausting and click funnels. Guys, my website is I really should update it, but it's not necessary. It's having systems of being with people that know you, like you, trust you, and really having fun and showing up with things that inspire you. So I'm going to be teaching I call it Cynthia's signature sales system of how I've been generating multi-5-figure days by doing 1 and 2 day presentations consistently month after month after month. So I created this whole system. I'm not sure if it exists out there. I didn't learn it from anybody, me and her. We channeled it and it works and it's fun and it's changed my life completely. And I've done it so many times now that I'm ready to teach the VIP Inner Circle on how to do this as well. So definitely I'm excited about that. Again, too, really want to support you in overcoming sales objections, having your consults, really making sure that you're supporting people. When I have consults with people, I'm never sitting there like convincing them. I'm conveying my message, I'm standing my truth, and I'm asking them a lot of questions as well because I want to make sure it's a good fit for the both of us. And I often tell people, no, when you're a woman in your power and you know the standard of who you need to be in here to get the results, you need to guarantee your client's success. My VIP Inner Circle, what do I guarantee? I guarantee that they are going to create a greater impact. I guarantee that they're going to make more money. Yeah, I said guarantee. And I also guarantee that they're going to have more freedom because I live by this. I show by example, and I've done it for hundreds of women already. I want to teach you too about customization, having courageous conversations. This is something that's really interesting and I've never seen anybody else cover it before. Being a leader in your business means being a leader of your clients. How do you have courageous conversations? I don't call it confrontations, they're courageous conversations. I want to talk about how to meet the personal needs and the wants of your clients, but by leading by example and gracefully addressing issues and having those conversations. It's something that we need to focus on because as you get bigger and bigger, there's going to be those situations and you need to know how to really handle that gracefully. We want to talk about the lifetime cycle of your client. Today we kind of just brushed over it, but like, what is the lifetime? Like really how to plan it out, map it out, and be several steps ahead. And of course, making sure that you have a solid referral system in your business, okay? 50% of your business should be referrals if you're doing a good job. And if we're not there yet, let's work it out. Let's make sure that we get that. So the other part too is that this group of women is going to be the Inner Feminine Beast Mastermind. Again, I just want to remind you, please network, please do business together, please be on each other's podcasts, please give insight and support each other, give recommendations. We are all experts at what we do. We can contribute and really show up and together we do rise. So you'll have opportunities to provide and receive peer promotion as well. And I think that's really important and it's not happening everywhere. And I wanted to make sure that here it is. So let's talk about this application process. I thought long and hard about this, but this is going to be that standard of that container. I guess it sounds silly saying it, but it's my It Girl Club. Like it's going to be women who are really just performing and committed to their purpose and to hitting their desires, but also understanding to do it in a spiritual way and through the power of working with others. So how this is going to work for the application. Again, ideally, this is for the woman who's in the six figures, getting to the multi-six figures. But I don't hate, I don't discriminate. It is absolutely complimentary to apply. So I will be honest with you if I feel like you're not at that level or if maybe there's something else I can suggest. I'm never pushing anybody to be in here, especially in this container. I'm very protective as the mama bear. So just make sure that's known. But I really want to understand if you are at that six, you've been at that six, you're ready to hyperspeed, you're ready to get to multiple six. I did it this year. We're going to be hitting 7 within the year. I'm sure of it. So I really want to make sure that I can show you how to do that and that this is what we're going to be doing to get there. So that's a transformation we're looking for. Now, I have several clients who are in the multi-7. We just announced this today, so they may be applying. And again, if you're not there, like just apply if you feel you're calling and if you want to work together. Now, after applying, you will be notified that we received your application, and if we feel like it's a good fit, we're going to ask you to have an interview with yours truly. We'll connect on Zoom and I'll be asking you a bunch of questions based off what you submitted in your application. The application is in depth, but again, that's because this is going to be a tight-knit circle. This is going to be a family. This is going to be a sisterhood of women who are dedicated to their success. I'm like so excited. This is my purpose. This is that next phase. And I'm so happy it's here. So I'm going to be interviewing you, but also I know you're going to have a lot of questions for me. So on that call, I'm going to be able to answer everything for you. And that way we can make sure it really is a good fit. Why is that important? Because if you're here, important. Again, I will love you and be your biggest cheerleader, but I will shake you with love. If you're here, you're committed. It's not just for yourself. It's not just for me. This is for a sisterhood. This is for women striving for success. When you come in and you invest at this level, what it is, it's not just like a bill or like a thing. Like this is the energy of commitment. This is you going first and saying, God, I'm showing up. Like I'm ready to like have everything respond. I'm doing the work. So it's very important that you understand If you are accepted and you say yes, like this is a commitment, this is how we're going to guarantee results. We can only do it. I always say you can bring a thirsty horse to water, but you can't make it drink. Y'all, I have mad refills. Drink up. But you have to come and do the work, okay? That's the important part. So after, doing the interview, I'll tell you right then and there if you are accepted. And we can then discuss, how you'll be onboarded and what that'll look like. So another thing too is after you are onboarded, I'm going to have you do a VIP pre-work, super in-depth questionnaire about where you are in your business, because I need to know where you're at, where you want to be, and why there's a difference, because that's what we're going to be working on, eliminating why there's a difference and getting you to that end result, okay? Of course, I got customized worksheets for when we meet together. Then you'll have your orientation with a member of my team as well. So all of that. So they want to get you set up inside Spiritual Success Experience and inside the VIP Inner Circle. So you'll have 2 Facebook groups, 1 membership portal, but you'll have 2 platforms that you can log into, 2 different programs. So it's nice and easy. Everything's set up for success. It's a beautiful onboarding because, again, I'm preaching that. That's important to me. White glove service, super important. So how does this work with the investment? There are 2 options that we decided to do. The very first option is going to be $2,500 a month. And again, you're getting everything inside the Spiritual Success Experience, which is currently at $888 a month. Then you're going to get everything inside the VIP Inner Circle, which is going to be our business coaching, me customizing and doing the hot seats and everything with you. That's really important. And here's the thing. If you decide to do pay in full, there's a $3,000 savings for that as well. So that's pretty significant. The other thing is, this is option 2, and this is for the first class only. That's you. I decided to do something really, really, really special because I really believe in momentum. And I really want you to understand when you come in here and you work with me, your success truly is my success. And I want to provide as much customization and support as possible. So what I've decided to do is offer a second option of securing a virtual intensive VIP day with me in the first month or so of when you're starting the VIP Inner Circle, so that I can jump into your business and we can start making drastic changes. And then as we are going through the process, you can kind of be tying the bows on it as we go. And you'll be learning new things as well, but I want to get you immediate results. And I understand this is an investment, so let me help you make money right away. Jen, are you still here, Mama? I want to give a huge shout out to her. So Jen is fabulous, y'all. She is one of my VIP clients, and we met for about 2 hours because she's doing the one-on-one work with me. We had 2 sessions, so 2 hours so far, and I'm not taking credit because this mama is fabulous. Like, she knows how to bring in. She's really helping her clients and the people out there in the world, especially women, to really embody their version of inner feminine beast. She calls it sexy goddess, and really become more in tune with their intimacy. And I think that's so important and so key and to women's success. And she's living her purpose. Within 2 sessions together, we completely more than doubled her investment to work with her. We came up with a strategy and the structure to have it go out. And this last week, she had one of the most successful launches ever and still has consults for her one-on-one work as well. So I'm just so proud of her. But within 2 hours, that's what we were able to do. And it's fun too, because she told me that women are complimenting her and saying, like, I can see your energy shift, because that's what's important. It's not necessarily what you do. That will change and that will provide freedom and income that you need, but it's who you are when you do it. And that's the kind of work we always start with. So that's just a perfect example, 2 hours. Several of my clients, the ones that I'm working with at, the $45,000 mark and higher, and that's not what we're talking about here, but I only need to work with them for 2-3 months to get them multiple 6 figures in income, cash, because this is my gift to the world. This is my purpose. This is what I know. It's not just the metaphysics and the embodiment and energy. It's business. It's sales, because I believe business is how we live our purpose. I believe sales is how we connect to plug into each other's power to rise together. And so this is my baby. I've been waiting to do this, and now it's time. So we have the virtual intensive VIP day. This is something that you can secure. And how this works on a virtual intensive VIP day is that I learn, first of all, to connect to your inner feminine beast and help you to see her and identify her, because every choice and decision that we make during that day is going to be answered as her, not out of fear, not out of doubt, but as her, because that's what's going to help us to really get to that next level. So the thing is, we're going to go over all of the things that are working to help you make profit producing choices. We're going to be auditing your social media. We're going to be identifying your avatar. We're really going to work on the structure of your program, the pricings that you have. If you have multiple, that's completely fine. Let's discuss your future conversion events. You're going to walk away with instant breakthroughs on really how to go and monetize immediately. That's what's key for me. So topics for these virtual intensive VIP days are not capped by any means, but a lot of things that I've been working on. By the way, Kelsey, congrats. I heard we just booked one for Friday. I'm really excited about that. Or I'm looking forward to one on Friday. I knew about it, of course. We talk about things like channeling and deeply connecting to inner feminine beasts, of course, identifying perfect clients, structuring, pricing, having different offers, creating new offers, determining your marketing list and what you need to be doing weekly, like how to come up with all that content creation that we were talking about, mindset and embodiment work, because it's not just what you do, it's who you are when you do it. And so how that works, and I promise you, this is going to be for this class only. This is not going to be offered again, okay? Because there's so much value here. What's going to happen is you get the inner circle, you get everything inside spiritual success. You get all of the daily check-ins. You get all of the worksheets. You get all of the Facebook group and support. But also you're going to have that one-on-one-day with me, completely in your business, my eyes breaking it down on everything for 6 hours, the whole day with me. It's going to be for an additional $2,500. So the VIP Inner Circle is $2,500 a month for the 12 months. If you like, obviously, I can't take a million of them, so it's going to be the first. If you'd like to have your virtual intensive VIP day with me, you can secure that for the first month for an additional $2,500. So all you need to know about right now, don't worry about that. First, you need to apply. So the link is here. Make sure that you apply. And what I'm asking is, because we're going to be starting this in September, is I need all of the applications in by the 30th. Now, if you are one of my current VIP clients, or if you are a Spiritual Success Experience client, just so you know, I'm going to hop in after this into our private group and kind of talk to you about what this is and how you guys can, be involved in that and apply for that as well. So let me know. I'm going to be, the ladies that I already have, prioritizing their applications. So everybody, please get them in on time by the 30th. You have plenty of time. This replay will be up for this week if you want to rewatch it. Any questions? We're doing something fun tomorrow. We're having the Zoom session, okay? Zoom session is happening tomorrow, 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. One, I want to answer any questions that you had about today's masterclass. Personally, thank you for hanging out with me and continuing to be part of, our circle. But also, I want to answer any questions that you have about joining us in the VIP Inner Circle. Who's it for? How it can help you? What it would look like? What your path would look like here? What you can expect? How we're going to work together? Type of ladies that I see joining us. Anything like that, you can definitely ask on that Zoom call. So the Zoom call link is going to be going out tomorrow. Actually, I think we have it ready now. Of course we do. Connect with Karina if you're interested in joining. She will send that to you in a DM. We want to make sure that we're there fully supporting you. So what we like to do is ask your questions now. If you know what they are, let me have them ready to go so we can go fast on that call. We have a post going up asking what questions you have. So what was your biggest takeaways from today? What are your biggest breakthroughs? Are you excited about the inner circle? Are you interested in applying? What else do you need to know? What kind of clarity do you need to know about this so that we can help you to say yes? Just remember, never here to convince anybody. I'm very protective of this inner circle. So if you have questions, I probably have questions for you too, but it's a two-way conversation so we can see it's a good fit. Reach out to Karina if you're interested in learning more. We can schedule a call for that, okay? I'm here to support you. And again, thank you for your time today, your commitment, your energy. I put a lot in here because I want you to have some big breakthroughs, but I also want you to know that I've never been more excited about this new tier. Like, I'm so excited about my Inner Feminine Beast Mastermind, the VIP Inner Circle. It's happening. So come hang out with me tomorrow to ask your questions. And again, one more time, why is this? What is the whole purpose of all of this? It's to create that greater impact. It truly is for you to be making more money, to have more freedom. You need the structure, you need the strategy, you need the support, you need the customization. 100% information is important. But most importantly, transformation is what I'm all about. And I help you to catch your inner feminine beast so that you can get that done. So come hang out a little bit longer inside this group. You're going to see a bunch of testimonials of my VIP clients and what I've helped them to accomplish so far, having 5-figure cash days in their 5th month of their business, just starting their business. We've had women travel across the country during a pandemic because I'm holding them accountable, selling their house in 3 weeks. Getting it done so they can start their business, and I'm helping them to plan out, introducing them to experts that are helping them to get them there. Again, ask your questions, please. I want to be here tomorrow to show up and answer anything and everything for you. I definitely encourage you to apply if you feel called to do this. If your heart's like, ugh, good. If your goals don't scare you, then they're not big enough, right? So don't feel nervous. I'm completely open to everybody, and I want to see, who's coming. I've been holding space for this for a long time, and now it's the time. And then tomorrow, I'll see you here on Zoom. So, ladies, I love you. I appreciate you. I see you. I acknowledge you. And I just want you to know that it's because of you that I get to shine my light every single day. It's because of you for showing up and being here that I create a ripple effect, and that I'm leaving my legacy, through my clients, through God as my partner, for my children, for my family. And I just want to say thank you for seeing my inner feminine beast, and for being vulnerable, and for being willing and allowing me to be that way with you as well. Today was fucking awesome. I had so much fun. I love you all. I'm going to wrap it up here. And as we always say, acknowledge it. Acknowledge that your story doesn't have to be this way, that your past is your story, but it does not define you. Embrace it. Embrace the thing in front of you that is calling you, and always say yes to your success. Have the courage to say yes, but most importantly, have a plan. Do something about it. Take aligned action and see it through, because that's how you get your aligned results. Acknowledge it. Embrace it. See it through. Love you, successful souls. Catch you later, y'all.